One thing I love about these sourdough pancakes is that they feature an overnight ferment, which means that you can mix the batter up the night before, add a few more ingredients the next morning, and you've got yourself some amazing pancakes. These sourdough pancakes are light and fluffy and have a wonderful tang from the sourdough, plus another secret ingredient that I'll reveal shortly. Okay, first of all, let's go over all the ingredients that you'll need. 2 1/4 cups of flour. I recommend using all-purpose flour in this recipe, but I'm sure it would work with whole wheat flour as well. They just won't be quite as light and fluffy. 1 cup of sourdough starter. You want an active sourdough starter for this recipe. Don't be pulling out your leftover sourdough discard that's been languishing in the fridge for weeks. There is a time and a place for sourdough discard pancakes, but now is not that time. An active starter is one that has been fed about 4 to 12 hours previously, has doubled in volume, and is nice and bubbly. So you're probably wondering what that secret ingredient is. Well, it's kefir. I've been making homemade pancakes with it since I was a teenager. I don't know exactly what it is about kefir, maybe the tangy flavor, but it makes phenomenal pancakes. Now, you can substitute yogurt mixed with a little milk if you can't get your hands on kefir. I haven't personally tried it, but I'm sure you could also substitute buttermilk to make sourdough buttermilk pancakes. First, you'll need to make the overnight batter. Stir together the flour, sourdough starter, and kefir in a large mixing bowl. Cover with a lid or plastic wrap. Let the batter rest and ferment at room temperature overnight. The fermenting time of the overnight sponge will vary based on how active your starter is and how warm your kitchen is. The next morning, the batter should have doubled and become quite bubbly. The key is to make sure that you let your batter ferment long enough. I tried fudging and using an under-risen batter, and the pancakes weren't quite as dreamy. A couple of hours of fermentation probably won't cut it unless your house is really warm. If your kitchen is chilly, it will probably take a good 10 to 12 hours for the batter to ferment enough. So if you're planning on eating the pancakes at 8 o'clock in the morning, you'll want to mix the batter together at 8 o'clock in the evening. And of course, you could mix your batter up in the morning and let it ferment all day to have breakfast for supper. The next morning, it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. Lightly whisk 3 eggs and pour them over the batter. Add the maple syrup, then the salt. Make sure you use real maple syrup, not imitation pancake syrup. You can substitute brown sugar, honey, or another sweetener of choice if you prefer. Pour in the melted butter and whisk again. Sprinkle the baking soda over the batter. This is the only leavening agent in these pancakes besides the sourdough starter. Since these pancakes contain kefir, you don't need to use baking powder since the acidity reacts with the baking soda to activate it. There's no need to whisk the wet and dry ingredients separately as long as you do a thorough job of whisking. The batter will puff up once you add the baking soda. Now it's time to fry your sourdough pancakes. Preheat your griddle or pan over medium heat. I like to use my cast iron griddle, but you could also use a large cast iron skillet. And if you have a favorite nonstick pan, you could use that as well. Add some butter to grease the pan and to fry the pancakes in. You could use coconut oil or olive oil instead as long as it has a high enough smoke point, but I love the flavor of butter. Make sure to add a new pat of butter with each batch that you fry. Ladle about a 1/3 cup of batter onto the hot griddle or frying pan. You can use a measuring cup to do this, but a great way to ladle pancake batter is to use an actual ladle. That way it doesn't fall into the batter and get all messy. Now, at this point, you're probably gonna think, Erica is crazy. This batter is way too thick to make pancakes. That's what I thought when I made the first batch of these sourdough pancakes, besides referring to myself in the third person, of course. But even though the batter is quite thick, these are some light and fluffy pancakes. Trust. Now, if the batter does seem way too thick, you can go ahead and thin it out with a bit of extra kefir. Fry the pancakes until they're golden brown on the first side and starting to get dry around the edges. Flip and fry until the second side is golden and crispy around the edges as well. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Quick tip, you can keep the pancakes hot in a warm oven until you're ready to serve them. Serve with extra butter and a drizzle of real maple syrup. Alright, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to check out this playlist for more sourdough recipes. Quick tip, you can keep the pancakes warm. They should keep for several weeks. Make sure to check out this playlist.